Welcome, everyone. Today's episode is about something truly transformative. Mastery is a habit, not a skill. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you believed mastery is just a talent someone is born with? Well, not today. We're going to challenge that idea together.
Yes. And before we dive deep, let's make this moment special. Hello. Here, you can easily learn English, and we help you every single day to get closer to your goals. So, stay with us, because what we'll share today can truly change how you see learning and how you practice it.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to learn something, like playing guitar, speaking English, or maybe cooking a new recipe, and felt frustrated because you weren't good after a few tries?
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like going to the gym twice and expecting a six-pack. Laughs. But here's the secret. Mastery isn't about talent or one-time effort. It's about what you do repeatedly.
Exactly. Mastery is built from your habits, not your genes. And in this podcast, we will explore how habits shape mastery, how to create habits that make you fluent in English, and how to break bad habits that keep you stuck.
I want to start with a challenge for our listeners. Think of one thing you really want to master. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself being excellent at it. Is it speaking English with confidence? Is it writing better? Or maybe presenting at work? Hold that image. Because by the end of this episode, you'll know how to turn that dream into a habit.
Let's begin with the first truth. Habits are stronger than motivation. Motivation is like a spark. It lights you up for a moment. But habits are the engine that keeps you going even when you don't feel like it.
So, what does this mean for learning English? It means you don't need to wait for motivation. You need a habit, like listening to our podcast every morning while making your coffee. That little habit, repeated daily, builds your brain's language muscles.
Here's a small exercise for you. Think of one small action you can do every day that moves you closer to mastery. It should be so small you cannot fail. For example, learning one new word a day or speaking to yourself in English for 2 minutes in a mirror.
And when you do it, celebrate it. Yes, celebrate. Even if it's small, say to yourself, I did it. That's how you train your brain to enjoy the process.
Now let me ask you, have you ever wondered why some people master English quickly while others struggle for years?
Oh yes, that's a big question. And the answer often surprises people. It's not intelligence, it's consistency. Those who create habits like practicing a little every day become fluent, even if they start slowly.
Imagine two learners. One studies for 3 hours once a week. The other studies for 15 minutes every day. Who do you think will master English faster?
The second one, because habits are like watering a plant. If you give a plant too much water once, it drowns. But if you give it a little water every day, it grows strong.
So, here's a question for you listening right now. What is one small thing you can start doing today to turn English learning into a daily habit? Write it down. Or even better, say it out loud right now.
Yes, talk to yourself. Don't be shy. Your brain needs to hear your voice in English.
Let's go deeper. Habits are formed in 3 steps. Cue, routine, reward. Cue is the trigger, routine is the action, and reward is the feeling you get after. For example, you wake up, cue, you play our podcast, routine, you feel proud, reward.
That's how your brain says, I like this, let's do it again. So, if you want to master English, create cues in your environment. Put a sticky note on your mirror, listen to podcast, or set a reminder. Practice 2 minutes now.
Here's a secret. Mastery is boring at first. It's doing the same thing again and again until it becomes part of who you are. Are you ready to embrace that boring part?
Because that boring part, that repetition, that's where the magic happens.
Let's continue. Think of a musician. They don't become great because they play only when they feel inspired. They practice when they're tired, when they're busy, when it's raining outside. They practice because it's part of their life, a habit, like brushing their teeth.
Right. And that's what you need to do with English. Stop thinking, I will study when I have time. Instead, ask, how can I make English part of my daily life? Maybe while cooking, while walking, while waiting for the bus.
Let me share a secret formula. Small habit times consistency times time equals mastery. It's not about doing huge things. It's about doing small things consistently over time.
Have you ever seen someone suddenly speak English fluently after one big study session?
No.
It's always the quiet, daily steps that build a mountain.
So, let's make this interactive. Right now, think of your day. When is one moment you can always count on? Is it your morning coffee? Your evening walk? Choose that moment. Attach English to it. That's how habits stick, by attaching to something that already exists.
For example, I always listen to English podcasts while making breakfast. It's my English breakfast time. And after a few weeks, it felt strange not to do it. That's when I knew it had become a habit.
Here's another question for you. What makes habits hard to keep? Many people say, I start strong, then I stop. Why does that happen?
The classic trap. They start too big. They try to do 1 hour a day, every day. It's too heavy. Their brain gets tired. The secret is to start so small it feels silly. Like 1 sentence a day.
Exactly. 1 sentence a day may feel too easy, but it's the seed. And seeds grow into trees.
Now let's spice things up a bit. Imagine this. You have a friend who says, I want to learn English, but I just don't have time. What would you tell them?
I'd tell them, you don't find time, you create it. Time doesn't appear, habits create time. Even 5 minutes is enough to start.
Listeners, this is for you. Can you find 5 minutes today? If you say no, then ask yourself, do I really want mastery or do I want an excuse?
Ouch, that's a strong question, but necessary, because mastery belongs to those who show up, even when it's hard.
Let's share a powerful story. There was a man who wanted to get fit. He made a rule. Go to the gym every day, but only for 5 minutes. Just 5. After a few weeks, the habit was strong, and then he naturally stayed longer.
That's brilliant. The same works with English. Tell yourself, I will open my English notebook for 2 minutes. Do it every day. Soon, 2 minutes becomes 5, 10, 20.
Let me ask you, dear listener, what's stopping you from starting that small? Is it pride? Is it the idea that learning must be hard?
Learning is not suffering. Mastery is gentle, steady, like water carving a rock.
And the rock is your resistance.
Laughs.
Laughs, yes. So, break the rock slowly.
Let's talk about environment. Habits live in your environment. If your phone is full of games, you play games. If your phone is full of English podcasts, you listen to them.
Make your environment a teacher. Change your phone language to English. Put a sticky note with 1 new word on your fridge. Surround yourself with English.
I have a challenge for our listeners. After this podcast, take 1 object in your room. Write its name in English on a piece of paper.
Stick it on it.
Do this for 5 objects. Tomorrow, 5 more. This is habit building through environment.
This is how mastery feels. Light, playful, daily. Not heavy, not painful.
And here's another key. Forgiveness. If you miss 1 day, don't punish yourself. Forgive and restart. The habit is a river. If you step out, step back in.
So true. Many people quit because they miss 1 day, then feel guilty, then stop. That's not mastery. That's perfectionism.
And perfectionism is the enemy of habits.
Right. Now, let's give them a vision. Close your eyes, listeners. Imagine yourself 3 months from now. You listen to English 10 minutes a day. That's 900 minutes. That's 15 hours. Imagine the progress.
Does that feel powerful? That's mastery, built from tiny steps.
Now, what if we said, 1 year from now, same habit, 10 minutes a day? That's 60 hours of listening.
60 hours. Without stress, without burning out. That's the power of habits.
Let's explore the next layer. Mastery is not only about starting a habit. It's about keeping it alive when life becomes chaotic. Think of the days when you are tired, when work is heavy, when your mood is low. Those are the days that truly build your mastery.
Exactly. Habits are like muscles. They grow when you use them, especially under pressure.
So, what do you do on a tough day?
You reduce the habit, you make it easy, but you still do it. 1 minute, 1 word, 1 sentence. That's the golden rule. never zero.
Listeners, I want you to remember this phrase, never zero. Even if it's midnight, whisper one English sentence to yourself. Today, I learned. That's how mastery is born.
And this is where many learners fail. They have the all-or-nothing mindset. If I can't do 30 minutes, I do nothing.
No.
Do something tiny. Keep the chain alive.
Here's a question for you. Do you think mastery is about intensity or about frequency?
Frequency.
100%. A short, regular habit beats a rare, intense one. Think of brushing your teeth. You don't brush for 2 hours once a month. You brush for 2 minutes every day.
That's a perfect example. And your brain is like your teeth. It needs regular cleaning, regular practice.
Now, let's get a bit scientific. There is something called neuroplasticity. It means your brain changes with repetition. Each time you practice a habit, you create a little path in your brain. The more you repeat, the stronger that path becomes.
Like walking on grass. If you walk once, nothing happens. If you walk every day, a path appears. That's what habits do. They carve paths in your brain.
So, if you want English to feel natural, to flow, to live inside you, you must walk that path daily.
Let's make this practical. Choose a word you learned recently. Say it now, out loud. Whisper it if you must. Imagine you drawing a line in your brain with that word.
Yes.
Speak it. Repeat it. Maybe even write it. That's how you water the seed.
Another secret. Link your habit to your identity. Don't say, I want to learn English. Say, I am an English learner. Or even better, I am a person who practices English daily.
This is powerful. Because when something becomes part of your identity, you don't argue with it. Do you argue with brushing your teeth?
No.
Because you are a person who keeps their teeth clean.
Exactly. And here comes the magic. Mastery is not the goal. Mastery is the side effect of being that person every day.
Let's pause for a moment. Listeners, what identity do you want? Say it now. I am a person who... Fill the blank.
And if your mind says, but I'm not that person yet, answer it. I'm becoming that person.
So, when you wake up tomorrow, don't ask, do I feel like practicing? Ask, what does the person I want to be do right now?
Beautiful. This is how habits change your destiny.
Let's add a fun twist. Sometimes people think habits are boring. So, how can you make them fun?
Good question. Add variety. Change your podcast, talk to a friend, write a message to us, record yourself, sing a song in English. Keep the core habit, practice, but change the flavor.
Just like food. Rice is always rice, but you can cook it with vegetables, with chicken, with spices. Your habit is rice, your toppings are the fun.
Laughs, that's delicious learning.
Another way, reward yourself. After you do your English practice, make a small celebration. A cup of tea, a smile in the mirror, a note saying, I did it.
Listeners, your brain is like a child. It loves rewards. So, give it a reason to come back tomorrow.
Now, let's talk about obstacles. There are 3 common habit killers: distraction, perfectionism, and lack of clarity.
Distraction is everywhere. Phones, social media, noise. The cure? Design your environment to make good habits easy and bad habits hard.
Perfectionism says, if I don't do it perfectly, I won't do it. The cure? Embrace imperfection. Mistakes are the road to mastery.
And lack of clarity is when you say, I'll practice English sometime. No, decide when, where, how. Habits love clarity.
So, here's your homework. Write down your habit formula. For example, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will listen to English for 5 minutes.
Simple, clear, actionable.
Let me ask you one more question. If you keep your habit for 30 days, how will you feel? Stronger? More confident?
And if you break it after 2 days, will your life collapse? No, you simply restart.
Remember, mastery is a habit, not a skill. Habits forgive. Skills fade if unused, but habits bring them back quickly.
So, are you ready to make English your daily companion?
Because we're ready to walk with you, step by step, word by word, habit by habit.
Let's dive even deeper. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a forest. Each tree is a habit you've planted. Some are small and weak, some are strong and tall. The forest you create determines your future. Now, the question is, which trees are you watering every day?
That's a beautiful image. And here's the truth. If you water your distractions more than your dreams, your distractions will grow. If you water your habits for mastery, mastery will grow. It's always a choice, even if it feels invisible.
Exactly. Mastery is built in the invisible moments, the little decisions when no one is watching. When your phone tempts you, when your bed feels too warm, when your mind says, just tomorrow. That's when the real habit is built, when you choose now.
Listeners, can you recall a moment when you said, I'll start tomorrow, and then tomorrow became next week? How did it feel? Frustrating, right?
And what if instead you had done just 1 minute on that day? One word, one sentence? It wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have kept your identity alive.
That's the key. Habits protect your identity. They whisper, I'm still here. I'm still the person who tries.
Let's go practical again. Think about your learning environment. Is it helping or hurting you? Are your headphones always ready? Is your podcast app easy to access? Or do you have to search for it, get distracted, and forget?
The best learners make their habits easy. They remove friction. They keep their books on the table, not hidden. They make English visible.
Here's a simple trick. Make your bad habits invisible and your good habits obvious. If social media steals your time, remove the app from your home screen. If English grows your mind, put its icon where your eyes land first.
This is called habit design. You don't fight your brain. You guide it gently.
Now, many learners ask, how long does it take to build a habit? Research shows about 66 days on average. But here's the secret. It's not about the number. It's about the repetitions.
Yes, if you repeat something every day, it sticks faster. If you repeat only twice a week, it takes longer.
So it's not time, it's frequency.
I want to ask our listeners, if we gave you a magic key that unlocks fluency, but you must turn it every day for 66 days, would you do it?
Most people say yes, but only a few actually turn the key. Which one are you?
That's the real question. Do you want mastery or just the idea of mastery?
Now, let's add a powerful principle, habit stacking. It means you add a new habit to an old one. For example, after you brush your teeth, you listen to one English word. After you drink coffee, you read one sentence.
This is brilliant because your brain already remembers the old habit and the new one rides on its back.
Try it now. Think, what is one habit you already have? Waking up, drinking tea, brushing your hair? Attach English to it.
And tell us, which one will you choose? Say it out loud. Make it real.
Now let's tackle another enemy of mastery, boredom. Many learners quit because they feel bored.
Boredom is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're growing. The brain resists routine before it accepts it.
That's deep. So, when you feel bored, smile. It means the habit is working.
Yes, it's the quiet moment before the magic.
Let's give them a story. There was a young woman who wanted to write a book. She wrote one sentence a day, sometimes two. For months, it felt boring. But one day she looked back. She had a whole book.
That's mastery. Invisible, quiet, steady.
So, don't wait for the fireworks. Trust the slow burn.
Let's bring this to English. Imagine in 6 months you know 500 new words. That's only 3 words a day. Sounds easy, right?
3 words. Daily. Habit. That's all.
And if you forget one day, forgive.
Continue.
Yes, because mastery is not perfection. It's persistence.
Another key, track your habit. Humans love progress. Make a calendar. Every day you practice, mark an X. Soon you'll have a chain, and you won't want to break it.
This is called the don't break the chain method. Simple, powerful.
Let's try a quick experiment. Picture your wall with 30 X's in a row. How proud would you feel?
That pride is your fuel.
And when the chain breaks, start a new chain.
No guilt, just return.
So, mastery is a habit, not a skill. But it's also a mindset. Patience, identity, playfulness, persistence.
Exactly. And every time you listen to this podcast, you're watering that mindset. Ever feel like you're putting in the work to learn English, but not seeing the results? Like you're wandering in the desert, hoping for an oasis that never appears?
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of being stuck is so common. It's like you're laying bricks, but there's no house in sight. And you think to yourself, why am I even doing this?
That's it exactly. It's like building a house, you know? Each brick is a small action. Each habit is like a bricklayer. But if you stop laying those bricks because you don't see the house yet, the house will never appear.
Exactly. And here's the real challenge. So many learners just stop halfway. They expect the house to rise in a week. Mastery, true mastery, is a slow architecture.
Think about your own learning journey for a second. How many times have you started and then stopped? Now, what if you never stopped? What would your house look like today?
That's a powerful question. To our listeners, just take a moment. Maybe close your eyes if you can. Imagine the version of you who never stopped, who kept going every day, even just a little. That person probably speaks with confidence. That person probably already feels free in English.
And here's the good news. It's truly never too late to start again. Every single day is a brick. Today can be your first brick or your 300th. Both are perfectly fine.
That's right. I always hear people ask, when is the best time to start? And the answer is always, now. The second best time? Yesterday.
So let's start today. But let's go deeper. Habits that truly stick are not just logical, but they are emotional. Why do you want mastery? Is it for a better job? For travel? For love? Pure confidence?
Oh, that's important. Without that deep emotional reason, habits quickly just become chores. But with a true reason, habits become a gift.
Listeners, take a deep breath. Say to yourself, I want to master English because, and really finish that sentence.
Did you feel something? That's your anchor. Keep that reason close. And each time you practice, whisper that reason to yourself. It will carry you through the boring days. Trust me.
Okay, so what's another key element of mastery? Community. Doing it alone is hard. Sharing it with others makes it lighter, more fun, and honestly, more sustainable.
That's exactly why we do this podcast, to be your learning partners. You can also find a friend, a group, or even talk to yourself out loud.
That's right. Talking to yourself is not crazy, it's training.
I do it all the time.
Me too.
All right, let's explore some obstacles to mastery. One big one, fear of mistakes. Many learners don't practice because they are constantly fearing being wrong.
But mistakes are the gym for your brain. Each mistake is like a push-up.
Exactly. If you never make mistakes, you never grow.
Think about when you were a baby. Can you remember your first steps? No, but your parents probably do. You fell so many times. Did you stop? No, you kept going until walking was completely natural.
That's really what mastery is. Falling, standing, walking, and eventually running.
So from now on, say this. Mistakes are my teachers.
Good.
Now, here's another powerful strategy, habit reflection. Once a week, ask yourself, what worked? What didn't? Adjust gently.
This is important because habits are alive. They need care. Imagine a plant again. If one leaf turns yellow, you don't throw the whole plant away. You give it more water, light, or space.
That's exactly how you treat your learning habit.
All right, let's give our listeners a 7-day challenge. Are you ready?
Yes. Here it is. For the next 7 days, choose just one habit. For example, listen to this podcast for 10 minutes or learn 2 new words. Do it every day. Mark it on your calendar.
And at the end of those 7 days, reflect. How do I feel?
If it feels good, continue for 30 days. That's really how mastery begins, 7 days at a time.
And don't forget, habit is a friend, not a prison. If you feel too much pressure, make the habit smaller. If you're feeling lazy, make it more fun.
Listeners, let's try something interactive. Repeat after me. Mastery is a habit, not a skill. I build it every day.
Say it louder if you can. Your brain truly needs to hear your voice.
Again, mastery is a habit, not a skill.
Beautiful. That sentence alone can change your mindset.
I have one more thing. It's all about tracking your wins. Get yourself a success jar. Each time you do your habit, write it on a small piece of paper, put it in the jar, and watch it grow.
Then after 1 month, open the jar. You'll see how far you've come. This visual proof builds confidence, and confidence feeds mastery.
And here's a very powerful reminder. Small wins compound. One drop fills a cup. One cup fills a bucket.
And soon, your bucket is overflowing with English. That's when people say, "Wow, you're so lucky." But it wasn't luck, it was a habit.
Exactly. Luck is just preparation meeting opportunity.
So prepare with habits.
Let's keep going because mastery is truly a journey, not a moment. Picture any famous athlete. Do you think they woke up one day suddenly strong, fast, and skilled?
No.
They trained when no one was watching. They trained on rainy days, on lazy days, even on days they felt like giving up.
That's the absolute truth. People only see the medal, not the mornings of practice. They see the speech, not the thousands of words practiced in front of a mirror.
And that's really the same with English. When someone speaks fluently, others say, "Wow, you're just so talented." But it's not about talent. It's a collection of daily habits stacked over time.
Let's look at a real example, Serena Williams. She didn't become a tennis legend because of one magical day. She repeated her serves, her steps, her moves over and over. In the same way, you can become fluent in English by repeating small steps daily.
What about language learners? I'm thinking about a student named Maria. She studied English 15 minutes a day for 2 whole years. No expensive courses, no moving abroad, just a habit. Now she works in an international company and speaks with confidence.
That's right. Maria didn't wait for motivation. She created a routine. Every morning, while drinking tea, she listened to one English podcast and wrote one sentence. That was her brick. 2 years of bricks built her house of fluency.
And here's the biggest lesson. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You need to change just one moment of your day.
Think about your day for a second. Is there one moment you always have? Morning? Lunch break? Evening? Attach English to it.
And you have to make it non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth. You don't even ask, "Do I have time to brush?" You just do it.
Okay, so let's also talk about energy. I hear some learners say, "I'm just too tired after work." But here's the secret. Habits give you energy. When you do them, you feel proud, alive, motivated.
Yes, action truly creates energy, not the other way around.
So don't wait for energy. Start the action, and the energy will follow.
Let's explore one more dimension, your mindset about failure. People often think missing a habit is failure. It's truly not. Failure is not starting again.
Imagine a staircase. You go up 5 steps, then you slip just 1 step down. Are you back to 0? No, you're still higher than before.
That's mastery, going up, slipping sometimes, but always climbing.
Listeners, say this with me. I climb even when I slip.
One more time. I climb, even when I slip.
Beautiful. That's the voice of persistence.
Now let's talk about triggers. What makes you skip your habit? Tiredness? Distractions? Lack of a real plan?
Awareness is really the first step. Write down your triggers. When do you usually stop?
And then create a plan for those moments. For example, if I feel tired, I will still listen for just 1 minute.
That's called an implementation intention. It's like a shield for your habit.
Here's another great strategy. Use a habit partner. Tell someone about your goal. Share your progress. When we share, we tend to care more.
That's why language learning communities are incredibly powerful. They remind you that you're not alone.
And speaking of community, you, our listeners, are already part of one. Every time you press play, you join thousands of others who are building mastery with you.
Isn't that powerful? You're not just learning, you're moving with a crowd of learners.
Now, let's explore a very common question. What if you feel stuck, like your habit isn't giving you any real results?
That's completely common. The answer: change the method, not the habit. If your podcast feels boring, change it. If your book feels too hard, pick an easier one. Keep the daily action, but adapt the tool.
Because mastery is not about one perfect method, it's about persistence across many methods.
Think of a river. It doesn't flow in a perfectly straight line. It bends, it finds new ways, but it always keeps moving.
Be that river.
Now, listeners, close your eyes again. Picture yourself just 6 months from now, waking up, speaking to someone in English, and feeling truly proud. That future is built by what you do today.
That's not a dream. It's a path.
And you've already started walking it by listening to us right now.
So here's your micro challenge. After this podcast, record a 1-minute voice note in English. Just talk. Today, I learned. And say anything. That's your first brick today.
Do it now. Don't wait for tomorrow.
And then, tomorrow, another brick.
Brick by brick, habit by habit, you truly will master it.
Let's take this even further. Mastery is about embedding English into your life, not just in your dedicated study time. Think about your daily activities. Cooking, walking, commuting. What if every one of these moments became a mini practice session?
Exactly. Imagine while you're cooking, you describe everything in English. I'm chopping the tomatoes. The onions smell strong. I'm adding some salt. Suddenly, cooking becomes speaking practice.
Or during your commute, describe the world around you in English. The bus is crowded. The sky is gray. People are listening to music. Your brain starts linking English with real life, not just lessons.
And here's a secret. Real-life practice builds automaticity. That means your brain starts thinking in English without even forcing it.
That's really the magic of habit. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
Now, here's another strategy. Reflection journaling. Every evening, write 3 sentences about your day in English. Don't even worry about mistakes, just write.
This strengthens vocabulary, grammar, and fluency all at once. And it also creates a feedback loop. You see real improvement over time.
Listeners, imagine writing 3 sentences today, 3 tomorrow, and 3 each day for 30 days. That's 90 sentences. Imagine the progress in just 1 month, just from a tiny habit.
Small, consistent actions. This is how mastery grows.
Now, let's talk about attention. Distraction is truly everywhere. Phones, notifications, TV. Your brain gets constantly pulled away, and habits fail.
That's why creating a dedicated learning space is crucial. Even a small corner with your notebook, headphones, or phone on airplane mode can make a huge difference.
It signals to your brain, this is English time. Your environment becomes a silent teacher.
Another tip, microhabits. These are super tiny habits that take less than 5 minutes but really add up.
For example, learn just 1 new word, speak 1 simple sentence, listen to 1 podcast snippet. Tiny actions remove almost all resistance.
Listeners, here's a challenge. Pick 1 microhabit and do it right after something you already do daily. It's called habit stacking.
Habit stacking is incredibly powerful because your brain doesn't have to start a new routine. It attaches it to an existing one.
Now, here's something many learners underestimate: emotional attachment. Habits are way easier to maintain when they make you feel something, like pride, joy, or curiosity.
So, if you enjoy music, learn English through songs. If you really like stories, listen to short English stories. Make your habit emotionally rewarding.
And when you feel proud, even for a small action, your brain wants more. This is positive reinforcement.
Another key element, habit tracking. Humans just love visible progress. Keep a journal, use a calendar, or get a habit tracker app. Every mark is a small victory.
Listeners, here's a very simple habit tracker you can start today. Draw 30 squares for a month. Every day you complete your English habit, color 1 square.
Soon you'll see a beautiful pattern, and your brain will crave consistency. You won't even want to break the chain.
That's how mastery truly becomes automatic. You no longer really think about doing English. It just happens.
Let's make this interactive. Right now, really think, which micro habit will you attach to your daily life? Pick one and say it out loud.
Good.
That's your first real step toward building your English house, brick by brick.
Now let's talk about patience. Mastery doesn't appear overnight. It's like a tree. Slow growth, strong roots, and eventual fruits.
Exactly. When learners feel impatient, they give up. But if you trust the process, small efforts compound into mastery.
Think of it this way. One small habit every day compounds like interest in a bank account. Time is your biggest ally.
And setbacks are completely normal. Missing a day is not failure. It's just a pause. Get right back to it immediately. That's resilience.
Resilience is the real muscle of mastery. Without it, habits will fade.
Listeners, here's a mantra. I continue, I rebuild, I grow. Repeat it to yourself whenever you feel like giving up.
And finally, let's talk about identity again. Don't just say, I want to learn English. Say, I am an English speaker.
Or, I am a person who practices daily. Habits stick when they become a core part of who you are.
And identity-based habits are unshakable. When life changes, those habits remain.
So, mastery is really a mix of habit, persistence, identity, patience, reflection, and maybe most importantly, joy.
And now, listeners, imagine yourself just 1 year from today, practicing a tiny habit every single day, speaking with real confidence, reading, writing, listening, understanding. That's mastery, born from habit.
Let's take it even further. Mastery isn't just about daily habits, it's about reflection and adjustment. Every habit can always be improved.
Exactly. Think of it like tuning an instrument. You can play it every day, but if your piano is out of tune, the music will never sound right. Reflection tunes your learning.
Here's a great method. Every week, review your habits. Ask yourself, what worked well? What didn't? How can I make it easier or more enjoyable?
This reflection is truly key because habits aren't static. Life changes, your energy changes, even your interests change. Adapting keeps habits alive.
And let's talk about the compounding effect. One small habit repeated daily may seem completely insignificant, but over weeks and months, it multiplies drastically.
Take, for example, learning just one new word per day. That's 30 words a month and 365 words in a year. And it compounds because those words help you understand more, speak more, and create new sentences.
Here's another example. Speaking just one sentence aloud every single day. At first, it feels tiny, but over a year, that's 365 sentences spoken. Imagine the confidence boost.
Now, let's explore deliberate practice. Habits alone aren't really enough. They must be focused. When you practice English, focus on pronunciation, vocabulary, or grammar. Don't just passively repeat.
Exactly. Intentional, mindful practice is really what turns a habit into true mastery.
Let's give our listeners a challenge. Pick just one skill, speaking, writing, listening, or reading. Focus on that skill for your micro-habit today.
For example, if speaking is your skill, record just a 30-second voice note. Speak slowly, clearly, and really listen back. That's deliberate practice.
And don't worry about mistakes. They are actually the fastest path to real improvement.
Okay, another key principle, variety. Habits should have small variations to really prevent boredom. Listen to different podcasts, read different texts, practice with different people.
Like seasoning food. The same dish always gets boring, but a little variety keeps it delicious.
And this really helps your brain stay constantly engaged. The more engaged your brain is, the faster your mastery will develop.
Now, a story for some real inspiration. There's a man named John who wanted to become fluent in English. He studied for just 15 minutes every day for 2 full years. No courses, no expensive tutors, just habit.
John started with speaking just one sentence per day, reading one paragraph, and writing one line. Slowly, he increased his practice without overwhelming himself.
Today, John works in an international company, travels freely, and speaks with total confidence. All of that from small habits, repeated consistently.
Listeners, the lesson is very clear. Small, consistent actions will beat occasional, intense effort every time.
And here's another practical tip, habit chaining. Combine several habits together. For example, right after your morning coffee, read just one paragraph, listen to one sentence, and speak one line. 3 habits in one single chain.
This multiplies your results without even extra effort.
And let's talk for a second about accountability. Share your progress with someone. When others see your effort, you're always more likely to continue.
That's why learning communities, podcasts, or study buddies are so powerful. They create much-needed social reinforcement.
Now, let's reflect for a moment. Ask yourself, which habits have I really neglected? Which small actions can I realistically start today?
And remember, mastery is really just a process. There is no perfect day, no perfect session. There is only persistence.
And persistence is what truly separates temporary learners from lifelong masters.
I have one more point. Celebrate progress, no matter how small it is. Each word you learn, sentence you speak, or paragraph you read is a real victory.
Reward yourself. Even just a small acknowledgement creates a very positive reinforcement. Your brain really loves it.
And when you feel just a little proud, your habit strengthens. That pride is the real fuel for your next day.
Listeners, let's set a very simple rule. Every day, do just one small thing that your future fluent self will thank you for.
That's all mastery really is, one small choice repeated consistently.
And over time, these choices build a life really filled with real confidence, fluency, and total freedom.
So, today, decide. What's your one small action? Speak it, write it down, and then really do it.
And finally, dear listeners, we've reached the end of this podcast episode.
Yes, and we really hope you stayed with us and absorbed some of the key points. Remember, mastery is really not just a momentary skill. It's more of a daily habit.
Exactly. Every sentence we've really discussed today, every exercise we suggested, they're all bricks in your house of mastery. They may seem small, but when practiced daily, they become incredibly powerful.
Remember to build small, consistent habits. Practice actively and mindfully.
You should also connect your own identity with learning English. Tell yourself, I am an English learner, and I practice every day. View setbacks as feedback and just keep going.
And really don't forget, learning English is your own journey. Every day is really one step, one sentence, one brick.
Today, tomorrow, and every day, just keep moving forward. Missing a day is truly not the end. Start again immediately, continue, and enjoy your progress along the way.
We honestly believe in you, and we really know you can reach your goal.
And finally, we invite you to share your experiences and results with us in the comments. Your story can truly inspire others and light the path for everyone.
Thank you so much for staying with us until the end of the episode. Now you really know that mastery is just a habit, not a skill, and every day can bring you closer to it.
Remember, just one step every day, one brick every day, and soon you will reach your own house of mastery.
So, keep going and always have happy practicing.